Hey guys, this is Tom. I'm calling an SFFRL Super Bowl between Dennis Crowley's Kansas City Chiefs, Mike N. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I know Mike, but it's very difficult to pronounce last name. Something like Nimshkra. We call him Mike Nemo. So anyway, Finding Nemo against Dennis Officer Crowley. This is in a stock league, stock team replay, which I don't really play much of anymore. But once upon a time I did. And I've certainly played with a ton of stock teams in my history. But nowadays I play exclusively in modern keeper draft leagues. But this is a replay of the 2015 NFL regular season. And it looks like I am sharing my screen. Although I don't know, Dennis told me something to click. Go even more full screen, and I don't remember what the heck I'm supposed to click to do that. But I guess I guess you'll have to live with what I got here. Let me put some animation on. So Dennis Crowley, Seattle Seahawks. This is replaying the 2015 NFL season. So this would be the season in which in the Super Bowl. That is the current season of Strat football out. The new game comes out every year right around the time of the NFL season. So it might seem like a far way away, a long way away in terms of the past, that Denver, Carolina NFL season, because it was the New England Atlanta Super Bowl that we had already a few months ago. So we're already going back a little further than that, but again, Strat's new games, that New England Atlanta Super Bowl season, the New England Atlanta Super Bowl season will be coming out for about 4 months right before the 2017 NFL season. So that's why this seems far away. Kansas City, I got the ball first here. Looks like there was a touchback, and they come out in a 2-10 formation. Now we have stock team defenses here. Seattle's excellent against the run, average duty against the pass. This is pretty much a modern rule set, which includes penalties but no injuries, because they are using stock teams. Seattle's excellent against the run, average duty against the pass with a great secondary. And looked at those cards, it didn't look too bad. Looking past the Albert Wilson, receivers incomplete. There's an offsides against Seattle. I checked out the penalty cards in these teams, and both of these do have quite a bit of penalties on their card, about 10 against themselves and about 11 against the opponent. It might be 9 and 10 for Seattle. But you've got 2nd and 4 for the Chiefs. Spencer Ware checks in as the running back. They've got Jamal Charles and Spencer Ware, so 2 excellent running options. Off that left to Spencer Ware gets wrong. It's a 7-yard gain. As you see his outstanding calm. Now, Dennis is known for letting guys try. To run out their carries. But I don't think there's any usage limitations here. So Kansas City with Alex Smith, a quarterback, Spencer Ware, Jamal Charles, a running back, should be okay. And Chandra Quest can come in and get a few carries if necessary. There's a flat pass left to Travis Kelce. Defense is keying with 1 man. It's a 5-yard gain. So Seattle's only average to good against the pass. Bad, and the ratings are excellent. So I'm not surprised. They played better than that. I think they went 14-2 in the regular season. Have had a pretty easy time in the postseason. Flat pass right, Jeremy Maclin incomplete on the defense. I believe we do have the white die rule in effect, but maybe not. There was a white die 6 on the previous flat pass. Although that might have been at Bobby Wagner. That might have been at a linebacker 6. Long pass, Travis Kelce. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Defender the long gain. He gets it 58 yards. Alex Smith going up top. Cam Chancellor only a 4 this year. Elsewhere, I have to say, with these stock team defenses, and you have a pretty good secondary out there, and the interception on 1 man is pretty good for Seattle. I don't know if I want to be double teaming too aggressively. But I don't play stock teams much anymore. That's just my feeling. Kansas City goes full house. Short pass, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. And just like that, the big 58 9-yard bomb. Long pass, no man right. Cam Chancellor only a 4 this year because it was an injury-plagued year. Could not make the play. And Travis Kelce had a 58-yard bomb and then put a 3-yard pass for a touchdown. And the extra point, 2-10, is good after a penalty. And the Chiefs have a 7-0 lead early on. Here, the kick goes 8 yards deep into the end zone. Tyler Lockett's there. He'll probably down this, although I believe the Chiefs' opponent kick return card is not that good. But Lockett does have a touchdown or two, but I think he's better on the punt returns. Dennis comes down to blocking back with Russell Wilson. The Chiefs team is average to good against both. Against the run, they need to have a guy in there. They have excellent ratings all over the place, though, on this defense, and they have some pretty good pass rush. Seattle does not have good pass blocking, just as they didn't in the NFL, so to speak. But a flat pass right to Luke Wilson. Defense against his run. There's a linebacker 5 there, but 11 is -3. A complete pass that Dennis wishes was incomplete. And let's take a quick look again at these Kansas City cards. They are pretty decent as well for only average to good. I would have expected a little worse, but I haven't played stock teams in a while. 2nd, 13. Dennis loves to run in the situation. Defense goes nickel 3-3-5. The extra defensive back is a 4. Mike does go 5-6-5 for this Chiefs defense on the line. Linebacker Thomas rolls, and he fumbles. Recovered by Seattle. Now, do they play with the fumble on the card? It was a fumble 2 or 12, but Seattle covered it themselves. Let's see. And yeah, they play because they're all using stock teams. Even so, I don't know why they play with the fumble on the card. They should be playing with the individual fumble and the quarterback receiver fumble, and that is supposed to be the way you get around that. Anyway, short pass to Jermaine Kearse on 3rd and 14, complete with 4 men for 11 yards. And it's a 4th and 3 for the Seahawks, and Dennis will punt it. Down 7-0 early in his own end. Even the aggressive 4th down going for it. Dennis Crowley will punt it here. It's a boomer. 59-yard punt to Frankie Hammond, who's a good punt returner, and 6 is a 12-yard return. So Seattle's got a 5 punter in John Ryan, but the opponent return is terrible. Plus 18, plus 14, plus 12. And Hammond's a pretty good returner. So there could be some good opportunities there for the Chiefs, at least in the return game. That could be an advantage for them on punts, but not on kickoffs where I don't think they have much going on. So you see some touchbacks. Off tackle right to Spencer Ware. Defense gets his pass. Box scores is a 9-yard gain. Thank guys would have been a long gain. So the Chiefs threatening with some big plays here. They've had the one big play to Kelsey. That's not what Dennis is hoping for. You can see where Kansas City is a good stock team, especially with no limitations on carries because of Spencer Ware and Jamal Charles. There was a linebacker to Spencer Ware in 2nd and 1. The defense keyed Alex Smith, but it was a 3-yard pickup for Ware and a 1st down, as he's already carried the ball quite a few times. We're in the middle of the 1st quarter here, 7-0 Chiefs. Flat pass gets right. 10 is a completed Alex Smith's card. I think he's maxed guess wrong. He is, including the interception split. So it's a good thing that Dennis called pass on that one. So they're on 38. I bring up the so far today box. Now Seattle get the 4 on the tight end, the 4 in the right corner. Off tackle left, Spencer Ware gets wrong. Short gain, 16 yards, and a personal foul call against Seattle. So you had a short gain for 15 yards, 16 yards, and a 15 yards rather, and a 1st down, and then unsportsmanlike conduct on the Seahawks because they don't like getting pushed around here. And it turned into a 30-yard pickup. Seattle showing blitz 1st and 10. Dennis double teaming Albert Wilson for some reason on the previous play. Long pass. Travis Kelce, no man again. Long gain, touchdown. 13-0. Free safety blitz. It looks like he guessed pass, run. Long pass, no man against a 4. Was it was only a 31-yard completion down to the 1-yard line. I missed that. And then Trandrick West goes 1 yard for the touchdown. And the extra point is good. 14-0 Chiefs. And Chiefs got a pretty good defense. Stock offense, not bad with Thomas Rawls, but not explosive. And there's already 6:36 to go. I think the Chiefs are in good shape here. Looks like that was a run call. Dennis aggressively going for the blitz. Got to keep the Chiefs out of the end zone here. But Dennis likes to play aggressively. It's 14-2, and the defending champion and wins all kinds of championships. But he'd love to get back-to-back with his beloved Seahawks, but he's not off to a good start here. 14-0. a completion from Russell Wilson. Looking for Jermaine Kearse. You got to respect that long pass, no man against a 4. Short pass, Jimmy Graham. 3 men there. Defense gets his pass, otherwise stands around. They do play with the dump off. Receiver gets right incomplete on Graham, doesn't have quite the card he used to with New Orleans. Still has a great flat pass card. That does look like a 1926 1-6 card. Defender X to Doug Walter incomplete, but these Chief defenders are strong. And that's the rookie Marcus Peters, who's a 5 on a 4, makes the play. At 4th and 10, Seattle left the punt again. I think we've had 2 3-and-outs now for the Seahawks, while the Chiefs are getting 3 and then more. 48-yard punt down inside the 30. Frankie Hammond with a chance of a return. 7 is 18 yards, and the Chiefs are in business again. Mike Nemo up 14-0. First quarter, 5:24 to go, and he's at his own 46. A drive here that gets points would be huge. And to where is in the game. Dennis has not been calling too accurately with his defense here in the first quarter. And he's been aggressive moving the free safety around. Mike's been deep twice with that. You get a flat pass left to Alex Smith for a 6-yard gain to Albert Wilson. Or the Chiefs across midfield to the Seattle 48. Spencer Ware, the running back. Seattle's got 4s here at defensive tackle, but they got Bobby Wagner, a middle linebacker. But Smith is dangerous with the West Coast, and he's hit Dennis down the field. Looking past to Demetrius Harris, the former basketball player. Guess right completion for 6 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 42. As I do a quick check of my to be fine. I wish I remembered how to do that thing where you blow it up like Dennis showed me, but I'll probably ruin the broadcast if I try to get that. Alex Smith, 6 of 8 for 110 yards. Flat pass right, Jerry Macklin. Defense run keys, Spencer Ware. It's a 9-yard gain. Dennis feeling like he has to do something very aggressive here. He's run keyed a couple of times. He's free safety blitz. He's left long pass open, but it's not been working well. Mike's been calling the right plays to counter. 2nd down to 1 for the Chiefs at the Seattle 33. Cairo Santos not a great kicker. Linebacker gets wrong to Spencer Ware. It's a 4-yard gain. Ware's got 5 carries for 38 yards. And you got Jamal Charles on the bench. There are no restrictions. The defense going nickel 3-3-5. Where only has 7 carries left. Left tackle right to Ware. 7 is a 2-yard gain on that defense. So they have unlimited formations as well. Chiefs really want this first down. Get inside the 20s. So that if they have to settle for a field goal, it's a real good one, a real good chance. 2-10. I think you'd feel great, I think, in any game. But in this matchup, particularly, I'd say 2nd and 8 for the Chiefs. Of course, Dennis is a great coach. Doesn't mean he's going to cash in his chips if he goes down 17-0. Short pass, Albert Wilson. Defense gets us wrong. 14-yard completion on Alex Smith's card. He only has 2, 5, 9, 14, 17 short pass wrong units of completion, and then you get the receiver. So it's not really that great, but he hit it there. 1st and 10 Chiefs to the Seahawks 13. It's been all Chiefs tonight here in the first quarter, and they're looking to go 21-0. Flat pass left, Demetrius Harris. It is an interception split, but it's complete. Intercepted only on a 2 for 4 yards to Harris. His 2nd catch, he's got 10 yards. 2nd and 6 from the Seattle 9. If you don't pass it in here, it's going to be hard to run it in unless you get your own card because the line of scrimmage will be crowded. Defense goes 3-3-5 blitz. Chief pass blocking not that strong. Dennis even brings in his pass rushing nose tackle, it looks like. Actually, that's his 4 going down to a 0. There is no pass rushing nose tackle. I did briefly look over these teams before the broadcast. Linebacker Chandler Quest, defense gets his run, -1. Would have been a fumble 2-3. And you've got 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs at the Seattle 10. Losing that yard actually helps them a little bit, as opposed to no gain or maybe a 1-yard gain. Because now back at the 10, the flat pass is back in play. And blitz, which makes more sense here. Let's see if he brings the house or just as little blitz. Off back left, Jamal Charles, only a 1-yard gain. Conservative call for Mike, but he tries the field goal to the 10 and gets a 10. It's good, 17-0, 54 seconds to go. Double. Then he could use a big return or something, a 3-yard deep. I think Lockett will take that out. And he fumbles at 12 yards. No fumble. Only went to 4. Would have been a potential fumble, but it was a 6 in the white die. So instead, it's only a meager 12-yard term, which is not good. It was a wise move to take it out, but he got the worst result he could get. And really the only bad result. 10 was 21 yards, he would have had the 18. Wouldn't have been that bad. He ran the ball, guessed correctly with Marshall Lynch. No gain. 2nd and 10. 6 don't have a first down. Should pass Luke Wilson. Defense gets the wrong. Defender extra plus 15. And there's your first down. A 15-yard pickup. Couldn't make the play. He had to roll a 6 on the white die against the Flyers to get that first down. And we're in the second quarter. Seattle's at their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10. They're trailing 17-0. All Chiefs in the first quarter. Long pass, Doug Baldwin. Defense gets his pass, blitzing 1. Receiver on a dump off is complete for 6 yards to Jermaine Kearse. Russell Wilson looking for a secondary receiver. And you've got 2nd and 4 for the Hawks at their own 30. Dennis would love to put together a drive here, get some points, then get a stop, turn it into more of a normal type game. Christine Michael coming in instead of Lynch when you also have Rawls. But so be it. Short pass, Jimmy Graham. Defense double teaming Doug Baldwin. Picked off 2 to 4 and 12 on the short pass right. Incomplete on a 9. 3rd and 4 for the Hawks. Russell Wilson with a pretty nice short pass right guard, especially with those must runs. Very interesting to see what his card looks like next year when the must run average is way down. But the passing numbers are a little up. Flat pass left to Jermaine Kearse. 2-minute zone 4 is incomplete of Russell Wilson with a penalty on the play against Seattle. Declined by the Chiefs. That's got a bad break on the flat pass reading. He punts it away. 46-yard punt down to about the 24. And Frankie Hammond is going to try to receive it again. No, that's the Anthony Thomas, the 2-back. No gain. He also looks pretty good. 6. He's got plus 9 on 10. Snake Eyes plus 37, 4 plus 7. So either returner can get the job done for the Chiefs. And right now, the Chiefs have been getting the job done in all aspects of the game. They lead 17-0 here in the Super Bowl. 2 tight end, 2 wide, 1 running back. Demetrius Harris, your second tight end. Don't know why he doesn't go blocking back instead of doing that. Flat pass left to Albert Wilson. Defense run king elsewhere. Box scar, short gain for Smith. That's Alex Smith. 18 yards to Albert Wilson. First down, Chiefs. Up at their own 42. 10 of 12 for 155 yards. Is it too early to talk about Super Bowl MVPs early second quarter? I don't know. It's 17-0. And the Chiefs look like they're going for more. Mike Nemo doing a great job with the Chiefs club, which is a good Strat stock replay club. Absolutely. Beat Houston and Denver in a couple of fairly close games in the postseason to get here. Now, I just saw an hourglass. I do have a tendency to lose my internet here. This could be a problem tonight. And no, I did not lose internet. I'm glad to hear it. It seems like, but we're back in business. Defense going nickel 3-3-5. Off tackle right, Jamal Charles. Short gain on Charles got 18 yards. Now, they don't play with the individualized fumble. So Charles is not a high fumbling back. It's 2 or 12 wrong. And I think 2 to 3 and 12 I'm right, as we saw from Chandrick West earlier. So between Ware and Charles, you got plenty of quality carries. And Chandrick West will get mixed in. You may even try an occasional end run with Alex Smith in the game on 2nd and long. Short back Alex Wilson must run, 7-yard gain. No D there. And just like that, zip, zip, zip. The Chiefs are at the Seattle 33. This Chiefs team is just unstoppable tonight. Defense showing blitz is what Dennis did last possession down here. And one of the early possessions down here, and he was beaten for a long gain on the defense's card, a 31-yarder that set up a very short Chiefs touchdown. The Chiefs have been down into scoring territory. Flat pass right, Jeremy Maclin. There is the blitz, though, and he gets the sack on a white die 6. It was a 1-40 sack on the flat pass on the white die 6. It was a D on a black 3. And it's only a 3-yard loss, but still a big one. Dennis needed some kind of stop. Now he needs one more. 3rd and 6 for the Chiefs in no man's land at the Seattle 36. Defense shows once again. Long pass to Kelce, dump off, 10 yards first down. That was to Jeremy Maclin underneath. It was a 0 and a 9. It was a 1-58 sack. And you know Dennis is looking at that and shaking his head saying, what do we got to do here to stop this team? I free safety blitzed. I brought the guy. I got a white die 6 on Jamal Charles. It was a 0-1 to 58 sack. I couldn't get it. 10-yard dump off. First down, Chiefs. They're going for more. It's 17-0. 11:06 to go in the first half. Flat pass right. Jeremy Macklin gets right. Receiver +8. He's got a solid card. Maxed out, flat and short, and at least 12-18 long, possibly more. But a 2nd and 2. Alex Smith is on fire. 12 of 14. 173. 1 touchdown. 3 catches, 27 yards. The Hawks are up against it. 2nd and 2 at their 18. Defense showing blitz again. I think you'll see a looking pass here. That's in the counter. Linebacker Spencer Ware. Short gain. Penalty, though, and this one is going to be on the Chiefs. They've been hurting Seattle with the penalties, so they're glad to get it going the other way finally. And it's 2nd down and 12 now for the Chiefs. Jamal Charles checks in. They're at the Seattle 28. They're showing blitz again. There's been a lot of that here. Flat pass to Jamal Charles. 6 right die. Makes it a no-man reading. 23 yards. First down, Chiefs at the Seattle 5. Boy, anticlimactic here. I got a little pumped up to call the Super Bowl. It's going to be 24-0 in a minute. Demetrius Harris, your fullback. Jamal Charles, fence aware, the halfbacks. I bet you see a linebacker Alex Smith. Short pass, Chris Conley. Touchdown, Chiefs 23-0. Guess wrong. And this is a blowout so far. And I feel like it's a little harder to come back, I think, maybe, against a pretty solid stock team defense like the Chiefs have than against the draft league defenses that have more receiver ratings on them. And if you beat a 4 or something like that with no man in zone. But here we get a 25-yard kick return for Tyler Lockett. The Hawks have the ball up their own 25. They're down 24-0. The game's only like 18. It's like 20 minutes old. There's 9:18 to go in the first half. Short pass to Boulder. Bounce run for Wilson, 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. When you use these stock teams, you see guys in the field that you don't usually see in a draft league game, certainly in a draft league Super Bowl, like Will Tuafu, Chris Conley. 2nd down and 1. Christine Michael checks in, or Kristen Michael, they call him. Linebacker will be a first down. There's a penalty that's against Seattle. Penalties are hurting the Hawks here tonight. And that would have been a first down on a 5-yard gain. Instead, they push him back. 2nd and 11, 8:24 to go in the first half. 24-0 Chiefs. Seahawks at their own 24. Thomas Rawls checks in. Short pass, Jermaine Kearse. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Must run, no gain. Goes down as a sack by Dontari Poe. And I can imagine Dennis is feeling frustrated right now. You got the must run. At least give me something here. I'm getting 11 and 12 on here for a sack. Short pass to Tyler Lockett, 4-minute zone. There's an 11-yard completion in the first down. Dennis needed it. Something to get his spirits going. The Chiefs did receive the opening kick. So if Dennis can, get a touchdown, it's a little early to think about, the rest of the half going scoreless because the Chiefs will get the ball back. Dennis can get the ball back. And on left, Russell Wilson defense gets us wrong, but defensive end -1 or +6. Alan Bailey's a 5, and he makes a stop. This Chiefs defense is very, very strong with the ratings. You only have a strong safety 4 and a right inside 4. Everyone else is a 5 or a 6. The rushing cards inside with no men are not that strong. Flat pass right to Doug Boulder, +2, 2-6 is incomplete. There's another penalty on the Hawks. Mike Demo pushes it back. 2nd down and 21 rather than 3rd and 9, I think. These guys play quick, so I don't want to click on the box score too much. They should show you that, and so far today after penalty. 2nd and 21. Thomas Rawls, the running back, is short gains on the card, and a +20. There's an off tackle that rolls right, but he gets +3. You see that defense with no men. A lot of these 3-4 stock defenses with no linebackers in the zone have a short gain on 7 or 8, have a lot of yardage there to get, but then it's got hit with a +3 in the fumble. It was 2-3, but it was a +3. Probably because the defense is impacting the fumbling. They play with the straight team fumble, so maybe I stand corrected there. But now it's 3rd and 18 for the Hawks at their own 27. Not a good place to be. He's going to stay blocking back with a halfback. Maybe you're going to try to get a short gain and get close. Off tackle right to Thomas Rawls, pull it to 7 or 8 on the defense. Or a short gain, have Rawls guard get a 4th and short where he'd probably go for it. Down 20-0, knowing Dennis. Instead, he gets an offensive guard 5 or 0. It's not easy being Sweezy. Could not make the block. And the Steelers will punt yet again. we have seen nothing but punting from the Seahawks offense. And there's a 46-yarder. We've seen good returns for the Chiefs. Let's see if they get another one here. The odds are that they should. And there's a 9-yarder for DeAnthony Thomas on his own card. That's a solid return. It's a 37-yard net. Chiefs have the ball first and 10 at their own 36. 5:06 to go. They'd love to get a few first downs, preferably on the ground, and out the rest of this clock, so the Hawks don't have a chance to score before halftime and spearhead their comeback. You get left tackle right to Spencer Ware for the short gain, 13 yards at their own 49. Again, about to cross into Seahawks territory. They've seemingly lived in the Seattle half of the field tonight. 7 carries, 53 yards for Ware. Off tackle right, Jamal Charles this time. 8 on the defense's 1 yard. Dennis Sanfranelli gets something on my card on the running game. In the running game, 6, 7, 8 preferably. And look at that, +1, +2, +1. But it's been all Kansas City's card for short games when Dennis has guessed incorrectly. And there's been a lot of incorrect guesses. Mike Demos got him off balance. Second 9, fly pass right, Jeremy Macklin guessed wrong. There you go. 9 yards on the first down. Chiefs at the Seattle 41. This Chiefs team is tough to stop. And Dennis is seeing it firsthand. Mike's calling a good game, a real good game. Just has Dennis off balance. And on this side, Dennis has had some bad breaks. There's a long pass out. Wilson gets wrong. Long gain against the free safety blitz. Touchdown. And this game is pretty much over. Alex Smith gets wrong. He's only got 8 units of completion and a receiver. But Dennis gets blitzed. Gets run again. He's been killing him tonight a couple of times. It's not the only thing, but it hasn't helped. 31-0 Chiefs. What am I thinking about? He's like, Tom, I'm scoring touchdowns. I'm not running out the clock. So you get 8-yard, kick 8 yards deep into the end. I skipped dinner for this. I could be eating pizza, Dennis. Kick goes 8 yards into the end zone. Dennis took it out for a 31-yard return. I think you're going to see a pretty quick play calling the rest of the way. It's 31-0. Marshall Lynch gained 7 yards. Wake me up when Dennis gets to 17 points. But, you still got to play. You got to click something. So Dennis is trying to get a score here. Get a score to start the second half. Make it 31-14. Then maybe get a turnover. I'd say you got to think. Or maybe finally get a stop. He's not. I mean, he's given how many yards he's given up already. But it's scored every possession. Field goal for the Chiefs. And it's been, 4 punts and this possession, I guess, for Seattle. They're at their own 48. 2 minutes to go. Flat pass left to Freddie Jackson. Incomplete guess right. It gives you a second 10. So, Mike Nemo might like the broadcast to listen to as he's trying to claim an SFFRL? You can tell that in this league. SFFRL championship. They won the first 2 playoff games 57-24. They destroyed Arizona, then a close one against Carolina, 27-21 against the great Kirk Klein, who I used to play against in stock teams, and is an excellent coach. And I remember Dennis saying that was a good game, but not this one. That's another punt, 4th and 12. 47-yarder goes down to the 7. Thomas will probably return it. He does. 7 is 18 yards out to the 25. 1:07 to go. I think we'll see Chandrick West check into the game for a few handoffs. And then Mike Nemo will gladly go to halftime. And run right for Alex Smith, guessed right. Because I guess I can't really criticize Mike Nemo's play calling when it's 31-0 in the first half. But they're going to call a run there, so I have no shame. I'll criticize anytime. You could be beating me 31-0. I might criticize the call. Who knows? 19-247, 3 touchdowns in the first half. First half against the Seahawks defense. It's over, Johnny. Am I right, Jamal Charles? Snake Eyes on the defense plus 44. Dennis has got to be going, are you kidding me? I mean, this is just, now it's like adding insult to injury here. Because the Chiefs are about to score more. I have a lot of airtime to fill here in the second half. Man. This is not what Dennis foresaw. Hoping for back-to-back championships with his Seahawks. Instead, you're going to get one very nice championship, and then this. Look, it's never bad to make the Super Bowl, but you come in, you think you got a decent chance. You're a real good coach. You went 14-2, and then this happens to you. It's not pretty. So maybe I should check the weather here. I'm not sure what the weather is tonight. Personal foul. The Chiefs might score another touchdown. Oh, my stars and garters. 30 seconds left. They got 3 timeouts. They're at the Seattle 13. It's 31-0. I mean, flat pass right. Jamal Charles gets right. Linebacker going extra short gain, another penalty. Intentional grounding on a flat pass, really. But that one goes against the Chiefs. So they push back to 23. Left tackle left, Jamal Charles. Snake Eyes on his own card is only a 5-yard gain. So mercifully, you'll probably see a field goal here. I don't know why you try a field goal on 3rd and 15. But that's what Strat's telling him to do. No, he's either to regular offense. Bring it to Charmick West, just run the ball, and they kick your field goal. So Mike's using some of his other guys, like Spencer Ware, even though he's low on carries. But maybe that's to deke out Dennis and throw a looking pass or something. Flat pass right, Travis Kelce being double-teamed is incomplete. And here comes Cairo Sanders, only the third incompletion of the half for Alex Smith, 18-21. Field goal is good, 34-0. Onside kick is on your way. Folks, in the first half, they had Kansas City 377 yards to 58 for Seattle. 21 first downs to 3. And actually 6 of 69 penalties against the Hawks and 5 of 50 against the Chiefs. But the Chiefs got a couple of cheap penalties against them on the last drive. Otherwise, the penalties did go against Seattle, but 377 to 53 in yardage. Mike kicked off and I said, sorry, trigger finger, you ready? Then I said, sure, good half. Really? That's good sportsmanship. Good half has become what you have to say. If you're losing, what are you going to have a lousy half? I don't know. I have the mind to disconnect here. I mean, it's 34-0 early in the third quarter. So you need 5 touchdowns. Okay, you gave him 34. I guess you can score 34 or preferably 35. But certainly the dramatic tension has been lessened in this game. Second 9 for what else can we talk about? I am dieting. And I've been very, very good with my diet today, so I've got a lot of calories I can have for dinner. See what I choose to eat. I should take advantage and try to have something fattening. I'll still stay under my calorie limit for the day, though. So, off tackle left for Lynch, 34-0. Gosh. Obviously, I'm not going to be paying as close attention to towards calling all the plays correctly and feature. Given the scoreboard, you have a game that's virtually over. Dennis is driving here. He's the Kansas City 35. I mean, already 5 minutes have gone by in the third quarter. It's not Tyree Poe makes another play. Beast mode, 11 carries for 32 yards. Offense goes 3 wide in the pistol. Defense going nickel 3-3-5. You get a must run for Russell Wilson, gains 4 yards. 4th and 3 for Seattle, the Kansas City 31. They could try a field goal, or they could go for. They're going to go for it. Thomas Rawls checks in, blocking back at 1 halfback. Short pass, Doug Baldwin gets strong, 3-minute zone. And it's guessed correctly, actually. Must run is 8 yards in the first down for Russell the Muscle. But we're already about halfway through the third quarter. And the Hawks are down 34-0. I don't think we're going to need Dennis on the postgame show tonight. Well, it's like a right Marshawn Lynch. I wonder how many buffalo wings I would be allowed to eat on my diet. This is 0, is what you probably tell me. But I've eaten so healthy today that my calorie availability for the night is substantial. And there he goes, a 13-yard completion for a touchdown from Russell Wilson to Doug Baldwin. And Dennis is going to go for 1. This makes sense. 34-7, so there'll be no shutout. The Hawks are on the board. Maybe a fumble. 1 yard deep. I would just down it. I don't care how good my guys. Well, it takes it out because it's 33 over returned. So now that these teams really have good opponent KR, and the Chiefs wisely took it out then, although you do risk the fumble. And that'll be 1st and 10 Chiefs, their own 32. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. They lead 34-7. He keeps using his good backs. We're on Charles. Had a couple of opportunities to save a carry earlier by using Tragic West, but then again, feels like the game is over. Long pass out. Wilson being double teamed, picked off. Mike, what are you doing? You run and punt here the rest of the game, you're going to win. So the double team bomb intercepted by Seattle, runs it back, and there's a fumble, but Seattle covers it. Let's see if they try to advance again. So Mike Nemo doing everything he can to make sure Dennis gets back into the game, I guess. I'm not sure what you're doing there, Mike, but it's 34-7. He needs 4 touchdowns. There's 21 minutes to play. Your defense is good. Punt it from this point on. Thank you. Off tackle left from throw some flat passes, maybe, but going up top. So that's not a way to hold. That's not a way to hold on to a 27-point lead. As I criticize the guy who is destroying Dennis in the Super Bowl currently. And we're left. Thomas Rawls, 12, 30 yards. But look, I mean, Dennis could get back in the game now. I hate when guys do that stuff. But you got first. Why throw a bomb there? What's the point? Think he's going to call a run? Maybe throw a short pass or a flat pass. Don't throw a bomb. Come on. So here's Dennis got the ball now. 5:24 to go. This should be the point where Kansas punting to Seattle if he just ran 3 times and got no first downs. What I was trying to aggress. And remember, left Russell Wilson, 12 short gain touchdown. You just put the Seahawks back into the Super Bowl. Dennis should probably go for 2 here, make it a 19-point game. Gives you 3 scores, but no, it's okay, I think. 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I guess this is fine. But now the Hawks got life. They're down 34-14, 5:06 to go. 1 yard deep in the end zone. He'll take it out with Niall Davis like he did last time. Gets a box card, long gain in Davis' card. Only a 31-yard run. It's not a great long gain. 31 yards. Even better for the 7. The 7 in Seattle's card is 33 yards. So anticlimactic long gain. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Now you're only by 20. Now I think you can't sit on it as much. Well, if I can right Spencer Ware being key, I mean, Dennis is feeling it. You gave him life. I can't believe Mike threw a bomb in that previous possession. Why? Second and 11 for the Chiefs at their own 29. Nickel 3-3-5. Got Spencer in there, and he's running out of carries with his guys. So if Dennis ever gets close, you won't be able to run it with Charles and Ware. And they get Charles in the third. Don't run it here with Charles. If you're going to run it, bring in West. 3rd and 7. Well, it's not going to ride with Charles. -1 on the white die. He's lucky he got a penalty to wipe it out. But, I mean, Charles has only got 750 carries left. The other guy's got like 4. And you still got a whole quarter of football to play. And you might need, you got Charles in the game again. Don't run it with Charles. Run it with West. What are you doing? 3rd and 12 for the Chiefs at their own 28. 3 wide defense showing blitz. He has got a nose tackle 0. Short pass out Wilson against the blitz. And it's a 6-yard sack. 0 and 11. If you're going to blitz him and bring blitzes, you can definitely sack this Chiefs team. Both teams can sack the opponent. And there's opponent. Look, Dennis got 2 touchdowns. And they got the ball 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Back in the game. 1st and 10. You made it easy for him. 1st and 10. And Dennis is feeling it now. I know Dennis. He can smell it. He knows he gets a touchdown on this drive. It's a brand new ball game. Well, and Mike's a real good coach. But I don't know why he threw that bomb there. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter of 34-7. Offensive onside guard, 5-0. You're not going to get too many blocks with the Seahawk line this year or next year. Although Justin Britt moves to center next year and plays pretty well. 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks. Dennis has to ration his carries. He's doing a good job of it. Michael's got a decent call, gets wrong. And I like the off tackles here. Short pass, Doug Baldwin gets wrong. 3-minute incomplete. Dennis needed that one. To get it towards midfield and feel like he had some mojo going. Now he's got to convert to 3rd and 10 or make a 4th and short. Short pass, Doug Baldwin. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Baldwin comes by 5 or 6. Lost run, only 1 yard, 4th and 9. Dennis should punt it here. Even though I know he's feeling it, he's going to have to punt it here. And he does. So good stop by the Chiefs. Have some bad dice there for Dennis. On the first down run gets wrong. And on the 2nd 10 short pass gets wrong. That hurt. This time the Chiefs get a bad turn, which they would do for. Of 0 yards. So Kansas City's got the ball on their own 18. 1st and 10, 1:30 to go. Off tackle left Spencer Ware. 8 is 1 yard. Dennis needs that type of rolling when there's a wrong call. And we know that Kansas City's only got 3 unfatigued carries left with Ware, but they were living on their own cards. Dennis is due to get some defensive rolls. Short pass Travis Kelce. Defense double teaming elsewhere. Defender X 4 and 4. Cam Chancellor comes up and makes the play. For Kansas City, they're on 19. Dennis needs to stop this play. He's been blitzing and bringing the house. I say do it again. Now you feel a little nervous. And a little later in the game, limited left, short pass Jamal Charles. Short pass right, incomplete. Dennis did not bring the blitz that time, it looks like. And he did bring the blitz, but they did not bring, they put the free safety. But a linebacker get a stick eye touchdown. And he got it. 43-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tyler Lockett. It was a 43-yard punt. I was thinking that if he stops it there, he might get a touchdown. He gets it. A 62-yard return for Lockett. And I was going to disconnect from this game. For 21. The Super Bowl. The Hawks trying to make it back-to-back. Down 34-0 at the half. Down 34-7 midway through the third. Kick goes 8 yards deep for Niall Davis. He might return it or he might take a knee. He takes a knee. The Chiefs are reeling. We got a quarter to play. Dennis still down by 13 points. 34-21. The Chief offense needs to get something going. It looks so unstoppable in the first half. They have not been able to get it going in the second. Flat pass right. Jeremy Macklin gets right 6 yards. And a completion for Kansas City up to their own 26. The flat pass has worked well for them. Good to go back to that because you get a good rushing attack. Run the ball, flat pass makes it hard for Dennis to move guys up. Although the Hawks have a good defensive, they're excellent against the run. So good card there. And Dennis likes to blitz, so it's good to keep him honest. Flat pass left, Albert Wilson gets wrong, and interception split is complete for 4 yards and a first down. Back into that play calling rhythm he had in the first half when he had Dennis off balance. Was making the right call seemingly every play. and put up a lot of points largely because of that. First and 10, Kansas City on 30. Every first down gets another minute and a half off the clock. And it hurts Dennis. It's a 2-yard gain for Jamal Charles on a linebacker wrong, which is not a strong column for him. But Dennis was, I believe, in the nickel with that nose tackle 0. Still, I'd rather run him off tackle. There are no end run readings, no defensive end readings on the off tackle on stock team cards. 2nd and 8, Jamal Charles back. Flat pass Demetrius Harris catches it for 5 yards. He's got 3 catches for 15 yards. He's been a nice little secondary option that Mike's gone to, not having to worry about the double team. Been a good way to pick up 5-6 yards tonight in the Super Bowl. 3rd and 3, Jamal Charles, running back. Big play here. Super Bowl. Dennis needs the ball back, wants it back badly. If he stops to on this very play, he'll get it back. Flat pass right, Jamal Charles. Defense double teaming correctly. Incomplete on the correct double team for Dennis. And the Chiefs are going to have to punt it. 4th and 3. A 47-yard is going to be down inside the 20. Tyler Lockett can return 2 in the Super Bowl. Instead of the fumble -4, and the Chiefs recover. Oh, my God. Dennis says you should have left it 34-0. Why didn't you do that to me? Oh, my stars and garters. The Hawks ready to come back and win the Super Bowl, fumble a punt at their own 12. Chiefs recover. Chiefs are going to go up by more than 2 touchdowns unless they turn it over or miss a field goal. Flat pass left to Chandler Quest. Guess right, a 2-yard gain. He's not a great receiving card there, although 12 is plus 80. Down an 8 there at the Seattle 10. What a terrible break for Dennis. Breaks your heart when that happens. It's Strat-o-matic. Off tackle right to Spencer Ware. Short gain, touchdown. Now you're not coming back. Now you're giving up 40 points with the Seahawks, which just pisses you off. And why is he going for 2? I don't know why Mike is coaching what he's doing here, but he's going for 2. If he doesn't get it, it's a 19-point game. Then it needs 3 scores. One of them could be field goal. Just kick the extra point. It's a 3-touchdown lead of 21. Off tackle right for Charles. He doesn't get it. Good. He didn't deserve it. Now Dennis is down by 19 on the terrible break on the fumble punt. Kickoff goes to the goal. I can return that for a touchdown. It gets now 30 yards, which is excellent. But it's no Snake Eyes touchdown. Dennis needs 2 touchdowns, each with a 2-point conversion and a field goal, because Mike didn't kick an extra point. I don't know why did you kick the extra point there? Or Dennis could beat you with 3 straight touchdowns. Off the end run, Thomas Rawls. I don't know if that was against right or wrong, but it was plus 15 to 7, 11, and 12 in the defense on that force split that we all know so well, and a 15-yard gain for the Hawks up to their own 45. They're still kind of in it, but they'll probably need an onside kick along the way. See if he goes for an onside kick if he scores here. Off tackle left, Thomas Rawls gets wrong. 7 a short gain, 12 yards. Rawls has had his carries rationed. That's only his 6th carry of the game, 59 yards. So Dennis can use him here when he needs him. 1st and 10. See, now the field goal is in play because Mike did not kick an extra point. I don't know what he was thinking there. Short pass, Doug Baldwin. Defense double teaming. 4. The defense is complete. 11 yards on the first down. Hawks down to the Kansas City 32. I get a blue thing on my screen, which all means my internet is down, but I'm still hearing the game, so it's not. Emerald left for Thomas Rawls gets wrong. 11, 21 yards. The Hawks are down to the Kansas City 11. And very quickly, momentarily here, the Hawks are going to try to make it a 40-29 game. If they can get a touchdown. Emerald gets right. Russell Wilson, defensive end -1 to +5. That's Allen Bailey, 4 and a 5. 5 and a 4 makes the play. 2nd and 11, Hawks to the 12. Every play that the Hawks don't advance the ball feels wasted because the clock is hurting them. 9 minutes to go. 40-21. Come back at this point. That fumbled punt killed him. Short pass, Rondo Baldwin. Dennis needs his touchdown right here. Receiver gets wrong. Touchdown, Hawks. 40-27. Dennis, they got to go for 2. Make it an 11-point game. If he gets it here, maybe Mike will see the folly of his ways in trying that 2-point attempt last time out. We may even see an in-game text that says, I shouldn't have gone for 2. But Dennis needs to make it and make him pay. This Kansas City defense is tough for 2 men. Short pass, Jimmy Ram gets wrong. Foreman there. Incomplete on the defense. Dennis cannot get the 2-point conversion. Mike does not pay the ultimate price for it. We go back to a regular spread, 40-27, 13-point game. Kick goes 8 yards deep into the end zone. Anthony Thomas will probably down this unless he has a ridiculous card, and I don't think he does. So the Chiefs breathe a little sigh of relief. Now Dennis will need 2 touchdowns to this game. He needs to get a stop here, preferably a 3 and down. 8:42 to go. Dennis has been going nickel 3-3-5, and it's been working. Can he get a 3 and down, get the ball back, get a touchdown, and make a miracle in the last few minutes? Let's see what happens. Flat pass left, Demetrius Harris. Another clutch double team by Dennis, 2 in a row. Holding call on the Chiefs, push him back. And now it's 1st and 20. They're throwing 10. Dennis needs that field position, and 1st and 20. Always going to take that. Spencer Ware's in the game. We'll get a couple of carries left. I think he's going to run it here, but Dennis got Cole's run. Off tackle right to Spencer Ware. He does run, guess correctly, 2 yards. Personal foul in Seattle that kills Dennis. Penalties have been hurting him all night, and this comeback has been hindered greatly by some terrible luck. Full pump by Tyler Lockett is on 12. And the 2nd and 20, guess right, personal foul. Would have been 3rd and 18. New set of downs for the Chiefs. Let's see if he runs it 3 times. Ever left Jamal Charles. Blocking back, he loses 4. You run the ball a couple of times and you punt it. That's what you do. Especially the stock teams here. You can stop the Seattle offense a little bit. 2nd and 14 for the Chiefs at their own 23. Short pitch, Jeremy Macklin. Defense double teaming elsewhere. It's a 12-yard completion. Gets right in Alex Smith's card. He's had an excellent game. 3rd and 2, especially the first half he was dealing. 3rd and 2 Chiefs at their own 35. Dennis needs this. Barring a turnover or a return for a touchdown, he has to stop the Chiefs right here and get the ball back right now. 3rd and 2. He goes nickel 3-3-5 again. It's worked well for him. I think he wants to call a run out of this. And I think Mike, I feel like he's running from here. Let's see what he does. A pass is worked well for him to Demetrius Harris, who's your 2nd tight end right now on the left side. Might take his time with a play call. It's a big one. This comeback attempt spearheaded by Mike, I'd say, throwing a long pass in the middle of the 3rd quarter. He was up 34-7. Double team to picked off. That started everything for Dennis. Now we are yes, flat pass right out. Wilson, defense run keys, which I don't blame him for doing. Receiver gets wrong, 10 yards in the 1st down. Are in much better position as a result of that 3rd down conversion. Dennis had a game of valiant comeback. It's still at over 6:36 to go. Turnover, a stop, maybe a punt return for a touchdown. Something big could still make it happen for Dennis. Short pass, Albert Wilson got it correctly. It's a dump off complete for 13 yards. No high linebacker blitzing there with Dennis operating clinical 3-3-5. And it was James O'Shaughnessy, who's on one of my strat teams. I liked him a lot. He hasn't done anything yet. I drafted him extremely late. But 1st and 10, Kansas City. They're in Seattle territory at the 42. Again, this is where the extra point hurts him, because if he kicked the extra point, now the field goal, Dennis couldn't win. Now if he kicked that, now if the Chiefs get a field goal here, Dennis is still down 16. Well, Dennis would have only gone for 1 then also. But anyway, you're up by like 20 points. Kick an extra point, man. Go by 21. 2nd and 4 for the Chiefs. I'm criticizing the man who's about to win the SFFRL Super Bowl. And Mike's a real good coach, though. I played against him. Flat pass left, Jamal Charles gets wrong, 13 yards. 1st down. The Chiefs down to Seattle 23. 4:48 to go. The Chiefs are in good shape here. It's 40-27. Games as defensive. You don't think of this type of score. The Chiefs' offense and Strat is tough to stop with good running backs. How good Alex Smith guard. Not as many receiver readings. And you still have Kelsey and Macklin, so it's a pass block that might hurt you. But looking past Travis Kelsey, complete for 4 yards to the Seattle 19. But not all these stock teams have the pass rush to take advantage of a somewhat weak pass blocking team, and you don't really need to pass the ball down the field. Although the downfield passing has certainly helped Kansas City tonight. 2nd and 6. This has to keep him out of the end zone. He'd love to get a turnover, of course. Just for the hourglass, I'd love to know if the internet is on. It is. Linebacker Chandrick West, who's keyed. 7. Dennis trying to push Kansas City back a little bit. Maybe get some into that 22 to 23 to 32 range, rather, on the field goal, which is a little less for Santos, 11 and 12. Offense goes 2 tight ends, 2 wide, 1 running back. Defense goes nickel 3-3-5. I bet we see a run here. But Mike's done a good job mixing it up. Looking past the Macklin. Defense gets his pass. It's incomplete. And Kyra Sanders will come on for a field goal to make it a 16-point game. It'll be 2-10. And it is up and good. 27. Chiefs lead by 16. Dennis needs 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. 3 minutes to go. He really could use a kick return for a touchdown in a bad way. Instead, it's a 25-yard return for Tyler Lockett out to his own 25. 2:42 to go. Dennis needs a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Onside kick, touchdown, 2-point conversion. And then you'll have overtime, just like you had in the NFL Super Bowl this year, the first overtime in NFL Super Bowl history. And Cameron left for Thomas Rose goes for only 1 yard. He's not going to get too many blocks, as we said, with the Seattle offensive line. Second 9, Hawks. It's desperation time. And my right, Thomas Rawls, short gain, 17 yards of the penalty, and it is on Seattle. Just not giving Dennis a chance. Maybe we'll see Dennis in the post-game show after the Spirit comeback attempt. Just as importantly, what will I have for dinner? Short pass to Doug Walden. Must run is 9 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. So, boy, Dennis is going to have a hard time with that fumble punt. He's going to be playing over his head over the weekend. It'll be Sunday night. He'll be sitting there washing the dishes with the wife after dinner. Kids going to bed. Scrubbing the frying pan thinking, man, fumble -4, man. I would have had it. And he might be right. He turns it over and downs here. 1:45 to go. It's all but academic. Unless Mike decides to throw a few more bombs. Runs or knees here. Take a knee a few times. Maybe kick a field goal. Maybe run the ball regularly. I'll run it regularly with Chadrick West. Yeah, Seattle does have a 2-5 fumble on the defense. These are stock teams. In case to take a knee a couple times for a field goal. That could be blocked. I'm not sure what I do. I might run the ball the same way that Mike is doing. Well, look, now you're at the 23. So you can crack the 22 on the variable yardage, or if you get at least a yard here, and a field goal would win the game. Would clinch it. Looking past Travis Kelce, receiver gets right. +7. It's going to be a 4th and 1. Field goal will wrap up the game, put them up by 19. And the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and Seattle's going to try to run it back. Can they get it? They block the kick. He's still alive. He's like in The Godfather. He's still alive. They put the full lead, and he's still alive. So that's the Sicilian guy, the Turk. That's what he says. The Turk. He's not Sicilian. Salazzo. Filled the full lead, and he's still alive. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. They got no timeouts, but they need conversion onside kick. One pass, Doug Bolden must run. They need last year's must run with that 55-yarder and a +40 on 3. But instead it's 9 yards. And hope is evaporating. 3rd and 1 for the Hawks. 4th and 1. They have to spike the ball at their own 39. 52 seconds left. No timeouts. Down by 2 touchdowns. And left, Thomas Rawls, short gain, 15 yards. Dennis needs him to get out of bounds, and he does. They're at the Kansas City 46. 45 seconds left. He needs a touchdown now. Mike's not really double teaming much that I see here, so you can hit a long gain on what's-his-name's card, Wilson's card. Everyone left short gain, 17 yards. Thomas Rawls, 10 carries, 113 yards. 30 seconds left. Dennis has to spike it again. Now you're running out of time, literally. You touch down this play, onside kick. I mean, you got to throw a bomb here, I think. No more time to waste. He needs a touchdown in one of the next 2 plays. Otherwise, it's impossible. And our left, Thomas Rawls' defense gets his run. Oh, Dennis should run a bomb. Dennis is slow clicking this one because he can't believe that the guy called run against him. He's sitting there staring at a screen. Where did it go wrong? I never should have made a left turn to Albuquerque. Either that or I lost my internet. Nope. It was the disbelief, the thanks of a grateful nation. And he got 7 on the defense, which would have been a pick-off split on a long pass anyway. And Russ Wilson had to spike the ball. Dennis has to score a touchdown this play or there's no chance. And long pass to Baldwin, 2 men there. It's snake eyes to Russell Wilson. 3 would have been a long game touchdown. And Kansas City Chiefs, despite throwing an ill-timed long pass interception with a 27-point lead in the middle of the third quarter, that brought Dennis back into it. Despite that, first half could not be stopped offensively. Did what they wanted. Went up 34-0. And hold on for the 43-27 victory. Dennis has got to feel good about the way he came back. A little bittersweet because the Strat God just didn't give him a chance with that damn Tyler Lockett punt return fumble. It was 34-20. Dennis leading 34-0. Comes back early third quarter, makes a 34-7 big whoop. 7-12 to go in the third quarter. Mike throws a bomb. Dennis has a double team correctly, picks it off. Scores a touchdown a couple minutes later, makes it 34-14. Stops Mike, it's a punt, return for a touchdown, makes it 34-21. Stops Mike. Mike punts, that's on 34-21, fourth quarter now. Mike punts to Tyler Lockett. Lockett fumbles the ball away at his own 12. Chiefs recover. Touchdown. Go up 40-21. I don't know why Mike tried 2-point conversion there. You know what? I apologize. Maybe he's right. It would have been 41-21. Would have been a 20-point game. He was trying to make it a 21-point game. I'm very, very sorry. I've been beating you up for about 45 minutes about that. At all. So anyways, Mike tried a 2-point conversion, didn't get it. And Dennis got back to within 40-27 at one point, but too little too late. And we have a victory. We have a champion. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. 8:11 Eastern Time. I don't know if Dennis is going to come on or not. I'll send him a brief text, so I'm going to mute my mic for a moment. Bear with me. Dennis usually comes on, win, lose, or draw, but that was a tough one going down 34-0. So I don't know whether he will come on. Now he's asking me for the link. Dennis, I sent you the link 69 minutes ago after you asked for it and posted it. Now I have to mute my yelling at Dennis after you lost a bad luck Super Bowl. That's not cool. Mute my mic to send him the link and then we'll get him on in a few minutes. So Dennis will be on momentarily. The Chiefs had 467 yards offense, 377 in the first half. The Hawks had like 53 yards offense or something in the first half, so we had 250 in the second half. I guess Alex Smith would be your MVP. No doubt about it. 29 of 37, 338, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, a rating of 120.5. from the refs. Well, I turned off my video. I can stop screen sharing now. Oh, I see, because Dennis invited me. That's what my avatar earlier was. Was on in the SSFA mid-season show. Or as Dennis called it, the mid-season meanderings. Sure, Dennis. Mid-season mumbling? I don't know. I sent him the link. Yeah, well, it's only been 2 minutes. As a host of children at home. I want to say 4 kids. And he does a lot of Strat football. Also does a lot of stuff with the kids, of course. I just know as soon as I go to click my screen, just share my screen, suddenly magically he'll appear. Boy, I can eat another 1,100 calories today. And I can have another 37. Oh no, I got as many carbs as I want, pretty much. 130 carbs. 1,100 calories, 130 grams of carbs. I'm in good shape here tonight. Part of that is because I got hungry before kickoff and didn't get a chance to eat something. I would have already eaten. It's possible I lost internet here. Let's see if that happened. Nope, I didn't. No Dennis yet. I'll now check back with him again. Dennis crashed. Like again. Press Enter key. Microphone off. Dennis had been having some laptop issues. Powering off at random times is the terminology. See this website, it's also an app. It's called myfitnesspal.com. My sister's a nutritionist, and I asked her a few months ago about putting together a diet so I could lose some weight. And she did, and then she explained to me about the carbs. And then her boyfriend, who was dieting last year and then gave it up, mentioned this website. It's great. You punch in what you. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. You know, everyone's eager to get these Strat dieting tips. That's why they tune in. But it's a free website. There's some premium function, but I don't know what that is, and I haven't felt the need to use it. I don't even know what it does. You create a profile for free, and So you punch in your food and like it tells you calories and protein and all this stuff. And in the beginning, if you punch in what your current weight is and your age and how much weight you want to lose and at what pace, it tells you how much like per day you're allowed to eat. So you can easily get in there, easily figure out. And as a general rule, my sister said, cut down the carbs, watch your calories a little bit. You want to eat a lot of proteins and vegetables. Now, maybe that we're having a problem here. I don't know if there was a hiccup or something. With my Hangout, that's a possibility because my internet hasn't been that great. I know I had a slice of pizza the other day. I could go for some pizza. 260 calories, 27 carbs. Then it wants me to try the plus sign, except I don't see a plus sign, which makes it difficult. I do not see a plus sign anywhere here. I'm probably just going to have to end this and disconnect it. Wait, there we go. Invite people. I'm muting my mic 1 moment. There he is.
Hey, what's up? Man, I don't know what the URL wasn't working today. I can't even see you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Yeah. Well, I've taken to muting my my video camera.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Did you
unless I'm dressed for TV.
Got it.
I was going to say dressed for the internet, but that can encompass too many things that we may not want to witness in a Strat football league. So
what'd you think of that? What'd you think of that game? That was pretty interesting, huh?
I thought it was crazy. I mean, I felt like number one. I felt like it was great. And the first thing I gotta say is, what is he doing throwing that long pass?
Which one? He hit quite a few.
34-7, like 7-12 to go in the third quarter. Like this.
Oh, when he threw the pick? Yeah.
There's like pretty much no way that you're going to come back. Look, this is what I feel like. I feel like with stock teams and like a pretty good defense with Kansas City, I pretty much like there's pretty much no way that you're going to come back and punch it like every possession,
Yeah.
Like with the draft league and the extra receiver readings and stuff like that, maybe you feel a little more, a little more concerned. And you would have more than just Doug Baldwin as a great maybe downfield receiver possibility or guys with long gains, But I was like, this is unless Dennis gets like some miracle turnovers, then he's not going to get back. And he throws a long pass to Albert Wilson, double team, gets picked off. You score a touchdown 2 minutes later, you're right back in the game.
Yeah. And if I wouldn't have had that fumble punt, I thought I might have a chance to pull off the miracle comeback. But
Well,
He was really had me guessing wrong, and then every time I was guessing wrong, he was landing on a short gain or, dinking and dunking down the field. I think Smith was like 16 of 18 or 18 of 20 or something like that. I couldn't stop him. I mean, his offense was crazy. Hello? Uh-oh. Did I lose you, Tom? Knock, knock. I can't hear you. And I don't think you're talking right now. But congratulations to Mike. That was a heck of a game. Assuming that Tom gets back here. But it was just, at least pull up the box score. Maybe I can share my screen here. Mike really put the pressure on me. I mean, he really opened it up. When he saw me blitzing, he just fired it down the field, and he hit on a couple of good first half bombs. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Hey, we'll see you.
Spam it off. Looks like it's gone, Prid. Oh well, Prid. It was quite a few minutes after the game anyway. Select OL. Press Enter key. All right, folks, I don't think anyone's still listening. We've had some problems in the last 15, 20 minutes, and I think it ended. My internet crashed a few minutes ago myself. So we'll just have to wrap it up here. You heard from Dennis a little bit, at least, and I'm sure he'll post something in your league recap section. I doubt anyone's still listening anyway because this has been a lengthy delay. So I'm going to close it to Hangout. I can eat something, and I'm sure Dennis is not. Dennis might look to come back, but I don't think this is. I don't even know if this is continuing on the same video. I clicked to join this. I was the only one here, so I'm probably talking to myself right now, which I can do at home. Right. Congratulations to Mike Nemo. Good job. That play call in the first half. Not too much, long past the middle of the third quarter. And great job with Dennis for coming back. All right. Bye-bye, guys.